Scene 19. The studio darkroom. Thursday night. The room is near total darkness, but for the red safe light. Corbin exposes the glass plate from the plate holder. He handles it with care at the edges alone. He pours developer over the image in a first tray. The tray is gently rocked back and forth. A slow magic happens in the tray as a ghostly negative of Cora's face and shoulders appears. When he is satisfied, he uses tongs to lift the plate, let it drip, then move it to the stop bath in the middle. After a brief rinse, he moves the plate into a third tray containing the fixer. The two other plates are already done. Lord Aleron calls from the other room.
Croft, are you in there?
Corbin examines the image of Cora for a moment before responding.
I'll be out in a moment. Feel free to grab a drink and, whatever you do, do not open the door.
Scene 20. The studio living quarters. Aleron approaches a simple drink cart. He sniffs the various decanters and picks one to pour a glass of. Corbin appears after a time. Aleron immediately reacts to the acrid smell.
You stink.
Art isn't always beautiful while it is in process.
I concur. I've seen plenty of mess before the aesthetic rises. Typically less stink.
Corbin moves to a small wash basin in the corner, removing his paint-smeared apron and setting it aside. He rolls up his sleeves and begins vigorously washing his hands and forearms, the scent of carbolic soap mixing with the chemicals.
What brings you here, Lord Ashworth?
You weren't at my salon. When one of my stars is absent from the firmament, I feel it is my duty to ensure he hasn't fallen to earth.
You could have sent a footman if that was all.
I like you, Croft. You're sharper than some of your breed. No, I confess I was curious. I came to inspect my investment, to see if this muse of yours has the stamina for the work ahead.
You should come see the process in person. They'll be back tomorrow afternoon.
They?
Her aunt accompanied her.
Aleron grunts his understanding, a flicker of annoyance on his face.
Will your prints be done by then?
That depends, my lord. Do you want me at your salon tonight? Or do you want me in my dark room, creating the art you've paid for?
Aleron chuckles softly, a sound of pure condescending amusement. He takes a slow sip of his drink, enjoying the moment.
My dear Croft, do you think I am a collector of ephemera? I am paying for masterpieces that will hang on walls for a century. Your glass plates and chemical stains are as valuable to me as the dust motes dancing in your light. They are your process, your affair, your added expenses.
He sets his glass down with a quiet finality, his eyes turning to steel.
The artist, however, and the masterpiece he is creating, that is my investment. And my investments must be seen. Now your coat. I'll be keeping you out late.
Scene 20. The studio, Friday afternoon. The painting of The Maiden is nearly complete on the easel. The composition is magnificent. The colours are luminous and alive. Cora stands on the platform before it, a study in stillness in the white Grecian gown. She is the living embodiment of the art, holding the final pose for the day. On the chaise longue, Eleanor's needle moves with quiet, rhythmic precision, a small domestic anchor in this bohemian sea. Before the easel, Lord Aleron and Corbin stand like generals, reviewing a successful campaign. Aleron holds a glass of brandy. Corbin holds his palette, a smudge of white paint on his cheek. Their conversation is low, a business-like murmur.
It is a triumph, Croft, a definitive success. Plutus Vance will be convinced.
Eleanor raises an eyebrow and makes eye contact with Cora.
She has a rare quality, a stillness with motion, or motion made still.
She has utility. Now that the trial is complete, we proceed with the full cycle. I expect your undivided attention.
Aleron turns his gaze from the painting to the real thing. He acknowledges Cora as if noticing a piece of furniture for the first time.
You are holding up well, Miss Vance. The work is not too strenuous.
Cora meets his gaze. The transformation is instant. She becomes the very image of the maiden from the painting, her eyes wide and guileless, a soft, questioning smile on her lips.
No, my lord. It is an honour.
Lord Aleron gives a satisfied nod, his assessment complete. He turns back to Corbin.
Excellent. The investment must be protected. See that she remains so. Now, Mrs. Vance, where might I find your husband at this hour?
Scene 21. Interior, Royal Lyceum Theatre. Private box. Friday night. The box is opulent, draped in dark velvet. It overlooks a stage where Melena, as a tragic Greek queen, holds the audience captive with a powerful monologue. The theatre is fashionable, artistic, and intimate. Lord Aleron sits like a king on his throne, observing not the stage, but Plutus Vance. Plutus is trying to appear sophisticated, but he is clearly impressed by the raw power of the performance and the bohemian energy of the crowd. The curtain falls for intermission. The theatre erupts in applause.
Magnificent, isn't she? Melena has a fire that few can match. Which brings me to the matter at hand. Croft's work, your niece.
He pours 2 glasses of brandy and hands one to Plutus. Plutus accepts the glass and gestures out to the stage.
She is gifted, my niece too, in her own way, but my mother is protective.
Protection is for children. We are talking about a legacy. The Persephone cycle will be the artistic event of the decade. It requires a muse of singular quality. It requires your niece.
He takes a sip, letting the weight of his statement hang in the air.
I am prepared to establish a fund in her name, a substantial sum in addition to the weekly payments for her time, enough to ensure her independence should she ever need it.
That is very generous, my lord. Cora is currently lacking the sizable dowry expected of a woman of her good family name, something I believe you are aware of since you helped me handle Philomelus's estate after he passed.
It is merely good business. And speaking of business, I understand you've had some difficulty securing favorable routes for your new shipping acquisitions in the East.
Plutus is taken aback by this topic. That is an inside matter in his business of shipping and export.
I happen to have a controlling interest in a certain charter company. With my backing, your venture would have priority access. The profits would be considerable.
The bait is laid. Aleron is offering Plutus the keys to a kingdom he's been locked out of. Plutus understands the unspoken price of the second deal is agreeing to the first, but he asks anyway, knowing only a fool assumes.
And in return for that aid?
Your full and enthusiastic approval for the entire series. You will manage your mother, and you will both understand the nature of artistic creation. The work must be private, Vance, absolutely private. The connection between an artist and his muse is a delicate, sacred thing. It cannot be disturbed by chaperones.
Has my wife been a problem?
Your wife is a charming woman, Vance, but we are not arranging a tea party. We are commissioning a masterpiece. An artist cannot capture a soul if there is a duenna watching over his shoulder, judging every brushstroke. The process requires absolute focus, unhindered access. It is a non-negotiable condition for the quality of work I expect. It is the same way men like you and I tackle our financial endeavors. Better to work unhindered. With this deal, you get the space in your area and Croft gets the space in his.
How can I be certain I am not just selling my niece into sin?
Come with her yourself tomorrow. Croft only needs her for a half session by his assessment. The piece will speak for itself.